Greetings, everyone. This is Gerard Beaubrun with Just One Good Trade. Today's trade is quite special. I've had amazing days of having 2% return, 3% return. In fact, I've had days of 5% returns of my account. And you know what? Today is a day where, for some reason, I did not respect my own rules. I was afraid. I mentally caved in and I did not respect the same rules that every day I talk about, my exit rules. But you know what? Despite the fact that I had a heavy loss and an emotional disappointment, I got my salvation towards the end of my trade. I invite you to watch, listen, and make your own conclusion on the possibility of always winning when you follow your trade strategy. And I also invite you to espouse the idea that you can win with just one good trade. Let's go. So as you can see, it is 8 a.m. Normally I start my trade sessions a little earlier, but for some reason I started a little later today. And here the market, okay, first of all, if you want to pause this and look at what I'm doing here, I am starting to give myself more homework. What time are my best trades? What is my reversal? Which means, not my reversal. When should be my hard stop loss? Because I don't have one. In fact, I had a conversation with a trader that I respect. And he mentioned, Gerard, I know that your strategy involves a visual stop loss, but my friend, you need a hard stop loss. And just like that, today I figured out what my hard stop loss should be. I entered this trade. Okay. What am I writing? This is one of my favorite things to do. Sharing my thoughts as my face is placid and understanding my analysis. So we're getting higher highs, higher lows. So Gerard, stay cool. The the market is stalling and it's not doing what I expected to do. As you can tell, it has crossed the 14 SMA. The 14 SMA has crossed the 50 and 60 SMA. Price action is on top, on the other side of the 50-60 SMA. So I'm expecting it to go up. And I've already made my forecast of where it should go, where my target should be. And that, as you can see on the M5, the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, and the 1-minute chart, I have my targets based on the support and resistance lines. Now, with this trade, what you will realize, what I have to, I already knew this, but it confirmed it. You don't predict the market. The market does what it does. It does whatever it does. Like I said, we are not the conductor of this symphony. We are simply the page turner of this classical pianist. We only interpret what happens. We follow the market. When the pianist is towards the end of the page, we turn it until the pianist is at the end of the page. And we know the song. We know that it's there. He or she is there. We don't make that move. So today, this is what I had to find out. But now I'm in this trade. I entered this trade expecting market to go up. So at first, my initial reaction is I am going to get a minimum at least 6 to 8 pips. Then, based on the different support and resistance lines, it will increase, and I will get maybe 6 to 10, 12 pips. And I'll be happy with that because with 15 pips, I can make $50, which is, like I always say, And I am going to start naming my favorite restaurants in Minneapolis. And yes, so here, look at that. We have 3 pips. Look at my face. Market, you're going up and then retreating right away. Okay, so I'm seeing this, and right now we have 2 pips, 3 pips. Lovely, wonderful. 3 pips. And I'm here. I'm thinking about moving my targets. Oh, by the way, I just had a workout. Ah, yes, that's why I was late. Normally I work out at 5 a.m. in the morning, but for some reason last night I slept a little bit late. Maybe because I was recording my narration of the previous video. So it's your fault, guys. So now look at that. So 5 pips, we're getting close to 6 pips, and all of a sudden, this is the part of the market that however you want to interpret that, that can be downright cruel. Can you imagine if one is, what is the word I'm looking for? Needy. If one doesn't have the strength of mind. That was 6 pips. Now it's starting to go up, which is good. 4 pips, 3 pips. Now I have this line, and this is where I got needy. This is where also my fear of not being able to sustain the success that I've had recently. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had an amazing 3 months. Those 3 months have been incredible. So incredible that now I'm confident to post my daily trades. So when I see that I'm only getting 5-6 pips, I'm forgetting about my own rules. And you can tell here, I'm recognizing that there's a chance that the market is not doing what it's supposed to do. Look at that. It was outside of Bollinger Band, went back inside. Wow! And now it's already back. But the only part of my salvation here, the only reason why I didn't exit this trade is the 14 SMA. Look at the 14 SMA, just under the thicker purple line. I normally want for a sign of exit, and look at that, it's only 1 pip. So I can handle a pip, or all the way up to 6 minus pips, minus 6 pips. But price action is just a little bit under my break-even line, and on the 1 minute, it's not crossed the 14 SMA yet. And my rule, if I should take pleasure to repeat it, is that I will exit when price action crosses 14 SMA and the middle Bollinger Band. And then if price action creates a candle on the other side of the SMA and the candle starts and ends on the other side. So right now, I don't know where the candle is. I just know that it's moving. So 6 pips, 7 pips. Guys, at this point, I should have exited. So here's what I'm hoping at this point. I'm hoping that here, it reverses back up. Because it's done it in the past. It's done it. And I have to accept that, maybe there's a chance it might do it again here. And the trade has not ended. The candle is not ended. As you can tell, I have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, the wise thing to have done would have been to see where the next candle is doing. If it's going to go down, to exit. So right now, I have minus 8 pips. I should have exited. I should have. But it's interesting because I lost money and I lost this trade because I wanted to be right. Instead of, I am doing this thing that for some reason I became a beginner today. I moved back my stop loss. Can you imagine a seasoned veteran like me doing that? Something that beginners do. Now, here's the problem with the market. When you're not on the right side, and the market gives you a little something, you get too excited. Like, look at that, 5 pips, minus 5 pips. I'm thinking, okay, wow, that would be nice. Maybe it's gonna reverse back. And normally when it reverses back, it does it in one swoop. And it did not do it. That was another occasion for me to exit this trade, cut my losses short, but I did not. I had been a winner for 3 months, and I needed to be. At this point, it was me against the market, not me with the market. So here my perspective is, you know what? It's going to be a bounce. I've seen it happen before, and hopefully the market does the right thing and moves back up because I deserve it. I'm handsome, I'm stylish, I have a wonderful voice, and it was a good trade. But I have to admit that that trade that I took ended. It ended. It did not do what I expected it to do, and it ended. So, Gerard, exit. But I did not. 8 pips, minus 7. In some way, this song signifies the song of doom because I am digging my own grave at this moment. I'm just hoping. I remember a day a day I discovered one of the biggest truths of trading. Praying happens before the trade. Sometimes maybe doing the trade, but never when the trade is not working. Imagine you're praying when you know that you need a miracle. Praying should happen before. You pray for wisdom. You pray for be able to take action. You pray for sagacity, and you pray for being able to recognize the signs. And here, after 12 pips, which did not need to happen. 12 pips did not need to happen. So, exit. Goodbye. Goodbye. I didn't need to lose this amount. So, here's the thing again about the market sometimes. Sometimes it's slow to do its thing. And I like slow reversals. And sadly, this one was a slow reversal. This one was a nice slow reversal. I didn't need to lose that money. But sometimes you have to learn. And today's my day. As you can tell, the market price action is still between the 50-60 SMA. So what could happen is here, if it gives me 3 consecutive candles up, that's a good sign. So I'm saying market go up, market go up, market go up, 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 up. And it's not. It's already behind enemy lines. Exit, Gerard, but I didn't. This is what I need to share with you guys. I did not heed to my own strategy. I did not heed to my own rules. And the problem is, sometimes it seems like the market becomes this trickster god, Puck, playing with your emotions, giving you false hope. Yes, that is a narrative. I know it's not necessarily true, but it definitely feels that way. Look at that. I'm getting a pivot. It's giving me all the opportunity for me to believe it might maybe get closer and I can get a smaller loss. 6 pips. That would be nice, isn't it? A nice 6 pips. Look at that. Imagine a nice 6 pips. Okay. Just $20. You can do that. You can survive with $20. And I'm thinking, how much? Oh man, I would need 17 pips? Okay, no problem. As long as you get back up. No problem. And the market is stalling. It's not crossing the 14 SMA. It's not. To some extent, I understand why I'm stalling here because I did not I should have exited a long time ago. Now, there is a chance it might go up, and I understand that. But here I'm trying to see, is there a support line? And this is where I realize my rear end was grasped because normally a good trade start on a support and resistance line. And I realized there was not. It was that purple line was not. Okay, look at that. It's moving up, but getting shy of crossing the 14 SMA. And I'm thinking, let's do this, GBP/USD. Let's do this. You know, this is something also that I read some time ago. The moment you start begging, you lose power. And no trader, no successful trader, or no money attractor, if you want to say that, magnet, begs for it. At this point, if it crosses the purple line, accept it, Gerard. Accept it. Okay. At this point, I knew. Get out. Get out. Get out. See, that's the thing with the market. It plays with you. See, at this point, at this point, I know I need to get out. Get out, Gerard. 12 pips. Seriously. You know, there's also something I need to admit, and I apologize to all my viewers, my students for that. One of the reasons I was a little foolhardy is because I also knew that I've had an amazing strings of trades. And one of my rules is that, okay, get out. Get out of here. Now, here's the situation. As you can tell, it's 8:36, a couple minutes after. The market went down, and I realized there is a chance for a sell trade. So I exited already, as you can tell, minus 14 pips, and that's a big loss of 2%. I know, that's a lot. So why did I go down? Why did I choose to go on a sell trade? First of all, there was one of my strategies is the 1 2 3 from the 50/60 SMA. As you can tell, there's 3 nice big candles coming from the SMA, and they've crossed a previous resistance line. So for me, that's actually a good sign. Now, something's happening. The trades are not reacting the way they're supposed to, or the way I'm expecting them to. My mind is set up, or wants it to be, it wants confirmation and action and flow. So the 3 trades, I'm expecting maybe a couple of some sideways movements and then straight down, but it's not doing that. So at this point, as you can tell in my face, I'm breathing and I'm wondering, wow, today doesn't seem like a great day for a trade. What's going on? Why? And then I'm wondering, should I exit? But then I also reminded myself, okay, don't exit, because your rule states that you will only exit if there's a candle, if price action crosses 14 SMA or the middle Bollinger Band, starts a candle, then that candle that was started on the other side ends on the other side. Right now, yes, price action crossed it, but then the candle that started on the other side returned on the right side. Okay. Now, here's the situation with trading. You have to choose what type of trader you will be. And of course, there are many ways to define what type of trader you want to be. But in this case, you can either be the trader like me, Or, okay, how about we do this? We can be a trader who's like me, the narrator, who is showing emotions and at every moment just reacting. Or you can be like the trader, the Gerard trader from the video, breathing, being calm, occasionally showing emotions, but then simply knowing about his strategy. Look at that. After all this going back and forth, it went down 2 pips. Da-dee-da. Finally, there's one thing I'm very sure of. This trade may end here. I don't know where it's gonna end. And the one thing I had to remind myself mentally is that, Gerard, this trade is its own trade. Don't expect this trade to save you from your 14 pip loss. If this trade ends as a 6 pip trade and that was the right thing to do, then you know what, Gerard, you did the right thing. If indeed it gives you the salvation, then it's quite fine. But right now, at 1 pip, 2 pip, I'm still waiting. So I'm looking at the 5 minute. I do navigate between 5 minute, 1 minute, and 15 minutes just to see, just to get more confirmation. And what I'm seeing right now is it needs to cross that red line on the 5 minute chart for confirmation. And another thing I'm seeing is that, oh, why? Look at this. Can you see that? From 3 pips all the way back up. Truly, the only way to be a scalper is to be the Gerard on the screen. Simply adhering to the rules. Simply recognizing the strategy. Yes, recognizing that this is truly annoying. Recognizing the frustration of the situation. Recognizing that you are simply a conductor. I don't want to say pawn in this game. But look at this. Minus 3 pips. And then what happens? Salvation. It reverses back. Da, da, da. Sorry, I like this song. This is incredible. And look at this again. Here I am making plans. And then it reverses again. It reverses again. How terrible is that emotionally? This is what you have to decide. What type of trader are you going to be? A trader like narrator Gerard, who is entertaining, but is going up and down with emotion and just raging about how unfair the market is. Or stoic, Marcus Aurelius Gerard, Haitian trading sensation, simply adhering to the rules. Right now, the hard stop of this trade is the 50 SMA. That's the hard stop. And I have to accept, you know what, if it does it, if it crosses the 50-60 SMA with a candle starting on the other side and ending on the other side, then my odyssey is over. Yes, minus 2.5, 3% of our account. That's a lot. That is quite a bit. But I always win. With my rules and my strategy and my mindset, I always win. Now, yes, with minus 3%, I'm not winning that nice dinner. And again, I need to figure out some of the restaurants I usually go to just to give them a shout out during my trades. But I'm reminding myself, you know what? Don't get hopeful. Don't start counting your wins without any confirmation, because really at this point the only thing that matters is for the candle, for the price action to cross that previous resistance line, that dash blue line. Again, it's playing this game, the back and forth. 0.3, 0.1. And you stay steady. Stay patient with your trades and wildly impatient with what you recognize as bad trades or losses. Right now, when I look at the 5-minute chart, if you remember it, go back and you'll see there is a nice candlestick formation being formed. It's nice. Now, I am simply at the mercy of the market. It does whatever it does. And there's nothing I can do. What did I move? Oh. For some reason I changed my microphone. Da, da, da. Maybe that was a welcome solace to this high and low, this emotional tug of war that's been happening. You know, again, Gerard, I will say I admire the fact that, oh, I was raising my screen, my desk. I have a stand-up desk, and at this point, I needed to stand up. If you can tell from the beginning of my trades, it's already been more than an hour, or like around 40 minutes. Normally my trades are not more. And from entering the trade to leaving to exiting, it's around 20 minutes. This has been 55 or 50. And you can imagine how the mind, with this up and down, how tired the mind is. If you want to be a swing trader, you have to be the Gerard on the screen. Calm, placid, Marcus Aurelius, stoic, with faith. Almost a combination of Marcus Aurelius, Confucius, and Lao Tzu. With the strategy, the Zen, and also the stoicism that compels an individual to see life as it is and to accept what is. But also, maybe you also need to be, as profane as it may sound, a 50 Cent who will get rich or die trying. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I am emotionally spent. That wonderful smile, that placid face has been transformed into a fixed, annoyed, perturbed attitude. 1 pip, 1.9, 3 pips. The only thing that matters is if it crosses that dashed blue line. Will this be my moment of salvation? Will this be the moment? Finally cross it. Yes. Wow. Look at those eyes. I've been told I have almond eyes, but it finally happened. And that was my Alleluia. Alleluia. I believe. Yes, I believe. So the situation right now is quite precarious. We have what could be a reversal. Because if price action touches a previous resistance line and reverses back, that's cause for concern. But guess what happened? My salvation. 6 pips. Now, in my mind, I'm also wondering, Gerard, you're not going to make that mistake you made before. You got to 5-6 picks and you get a little greedy day. So, recognize your errors and don't play with your rules. So again here, I'm making sure I'm keeping my rules, my exit points. 7 pips. You know, there's something I think I do need to change with me, myself. Ah, this is the part that I dislike with trading. Now, here's the part that I'm very proud of myself. See this? I'm thinking about exiting. I am spent emotionally. I can't continue. This is too much. I'm like, I can't do this. This is tough. Why? And I know that if price action stays on top of that line, my rear end is grass. But it did not. Again, the market confirmed or repaid or awarded my patience, my heeding to my rules. And look at that, 22%, 26 pips. Yes, it went down. No, please. Da-dee-da. So 12 pips, 13 pips, 14. Let's go. 49%. Is it gonna go down? Oh, I'm having a conversation with someone and looking intently. It's gonna touch that line, cross it. Cross it. Oh my god, 15 pips. Yes. Is it gonna continue? Is it not gonna continue? No. No. It's reversing. It's reversing. Is it gonna go down? Is it going to go down? Is it gonna go down? Intently, I'm talking to someone. It's a phone call, but is it gonna go down? 15 pips. If you can give me 12, even more, give me more. Okay. Is it going to? You know what? At this point, I'm thinking, don't be greedy, Gerard. If it's gonna reverse and take away your gains, don't play. It could be, but take what you have right now. This is my point. Now, I will say it could have continued down. The market could have. In fact, I believe, okay, it did. It's like, see, 9 pips, 19, it did. Like, fantastic. I'm like, wow, awesome, awesome. But it's back to 16. It's back to 15, 17. Okay, continue down, continue down, continue down, continue down. But, wow, that's a big jump. That's a big jump. That's a big jump. No. That's a big jump. That's a big jump. Well done, Gerard. That's a big jump. That's a big jump. You know what? I'm proud of myself. I couldn't believe it. Yes, I prevailed. Truly, that was luck. That was heeding to my rules. And the funny part, I'm looking at the market in a little bit. And it went down. It started going down. It would play a little bit more. And I'm stretching. And I'm acknowledging that sometimes life plays with you. Now, should have I waited? Because, I have to define some of my rules for you guys. Especially one day I intend to make a video on just my exiting rule. But here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the market does. I am a winner. I am a winner. I've won. Even if I've had a situation where I didn't fully make a profit. Yes, I made a 0.4 profit for today. But I am a winner. I am a winner. I always win. I always win. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I believe that you will always win as well. Whether you take a lot of trade or simply just one good trade. Thank you very much. Subscribe to this channel.